So look, I might just go over here, sit down and have a coffee, and we'll have a chat. Yeah, well, it's an interesting point, because through my research that I've been doing lately, I found that the control mechanisms for humankind have been put in place, and they've been implemented over centuries and centuries and centuries up until now. There's always been that world domination thing. Now, you might think that this is all like, big evil empire that's going to Zionists and...
the Rockefellers. Yeah.
Well, think about it, because they control the money.
You control the money, you control the banks.
Yeah, that's right. Now, we've got no gold. All our gold's gone. We used to have gold that backs it.
The gold value.
Okay, no gold. What happened is, back in the day when we used to mine gold and we'd swap gold for services. I'd like a cup of coffee, sir. Here's a gold piece, like a small gold piece or a quarter gold piece or whatever the value was.
Yeah.
But there used to be quite a lot of large amounts of gold. So what, instead of carrying a block of gold to the shop, the fella down the road says, okay, look, I've got a safe down here. You give me a small percentage of that and I'll store your gold and I'll give you a receipt. And that receipt ended up being the value of the gold, or a bit less with the... But anyway, that receipt was paper. So that's how money started. That's how we got our currency today. Slowly what happened is they started lending on gold that they did not have in their stocks. So they started giving people receipts.
They can make more money.
Yes.
They obtain value of the money on credit.
That's right. They started giving people credit. That's right. They started giving people credit on the gold that they did not have in their vault. Now I'm going to fast forward to today. You can see where that's going in a declining scale. We did have backing of gold. I think the last 15 years we still had backing of gold. But the marginal banking system's taken over. So we have no backing of gold. So what's happening is they control the money supply, they control the food supply, they control the education system. If they can control what you think and what you eat and the resources that you have to live, then they have full control over you. But mostly it's the way you think. There's just been this dumbing down of society where, people are starting to think, what can I do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. Now, what's happening is their plan was the people who want to take over the planet, or the elite bankers. It's not even the elite bankers, because the elite people who own the bankers. So there's a group, a family, as you say, the Rockefellers, what's his name? Well, Rockefellers is one, but there's I think there's about 4 or 5 different Rothschilds. There's about 4 or 5 groups. It even goes down to as far as most royal families go back to the same bloodline. Most, like the English royal family, some of the American senators, American presidents, they all go back to the same bloodline, which is really bizarre. Some of this really bizarre stuff that's coming out that this is what's going on here. And yes, this is what's happening. Now, you mentioned to me about the internet, them starting to want to control the internet. Currently, nowadays, they have no control over the internet. Now, if people can share information freely and get information out, then...
What about...
Hang on.
If you Google, when you type to Google taxation department and...
it's just a truck. That's what...
ATO office, would you find anything?
You would no, of course not. Of course not.
They have control.
They do have control over it. It's compartmentalised. And when I say compartmentalised, you get into your local banker and you say to him, okay, now I'm borrowing this money. Where does that money come from? Oh, it comes from the RBA. What is it? The Reserve Bank of Australia. Now, essentially, where does that money really come from?
It's supposed to be our money.
He just knocked down a street sign. Just completely, a truck just went around the corner and just absolutely flattened a give way sign or a keep left sign. Now, I reckon he's going to drive off. No?
It doesn't matter.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's going to get a picture of this. You going to get a picture of that? It'd be good if you can get a picture later.
This is flattening it completely.
I think he deliberately did that. What's he doing? I reckon he deliberately flattened it, you know? It's like that guy in America who ran around with the tank, shooting places. Like he went around the local area, flattened the bank, flattened the local shops. Any place that he had a problem with, he just.
I'll keep going.
That's hilarious.
Keep going.
Okay, so
You look so cool.
after we've just seen a truck flatten a sign and drive off, I don't know whether he's going to come back. But okay, anyway, essentially what happens is the banks, when you lend money from them, where do you think they get that money from?
Yeah, it's all just.
It's out of thin air. It's out of thin air.
Yeah.
So why is it right that we as citizens, if we write money into an account, it's called fraud? But if a private company, or not even a private company, as a bank, writes money into an account, it's not fraud.
But they can guarantee that.
But if I go and ask, I realise, but if I go and ask a bank where do they get their money from, they go, oh, we lend it from the RBA. The RBA doesn't do anything now. They don't even lend it from them. They're like a mafia group that says, look, we want royalties for that money that you write. How is that fair? It's not fair at all. There's nothing to back it. So what's happened is the last control mechanism that they have to control is the internet, is what I was saying, with the respective for that comment you were making with the CIB, was it the FBI trying to access everybody's computer.
Well, they
Now,
can access any information.
any information.
Yeah.
So
It's open slather for.
yeah, that's right. So what they want to do is they want to repress people. They want to keep people down so they can control them and they can have money. Now the stock market's been going up and down. Why? Because the elite people have been crashing it. You put all your money in thinking it's going to be good, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. They crash it. They take all the money out, keep you in slavery. Or the stock market's good, so everything's good and money's good, so you go out and you upgrade your house. And you upgrade your house, you get into debt to do that. So what does the RBA do, or the elites do? They crash it. You're stuck in slavery, you can't pay it off. And it's this fishing thing. They fish and they keep wheeling in the money. Yep. Keep wheeling it in, keep wheeling it in. And we've got to wake up as society. We've got to wake up to what's going on. I'm trying to see clearer. Thanks for watching.